Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got an interesting product. A company, SQSM, sent over this pair of gloves here. These are cut-resistant gloves. They are EN388 standard, level 5 cut resistance certified. So these are food grade. Level 5 cut resistance. You can pick these up on Amazon at the time of this review for about $12, and I will have a link in the description below as always where you guys can check them out. Very interesting product. I thought I would do a quick review on these, show you how well they work, and you know, something different that I haven't really done on my channel. So here are the gloves. These are an extra large. And they fit my hands. My hands are fairly large, kind of fat-fingered hands, and they fit pretty good for me. As you can see, this Dyneema, it looks to be some sort of polyurethane coating, is on the palm all the way down to where the bottom of your palm would be. And a good thing about them is it's in the inside of the fingers as well, and it's also covers your fingernails. So if you're doing cutting like this, it will cover the tips of your fingers, which is important as well. You can see that material sprayed all the way down to, say, your first knuckle area here. So they did a really cool job on these. These are actually very decently made gloves, and they fit on my hands pretty nice and snug, so they're not crazy loose or anything like that. Which is really cool. This other material that's on here is not cut resistant, but it does a good job at coverage. These are also poke resistant as well, so if you're working with a knife and you end up jabbing yourself, now you can go through this if you poke hard enough. With a very sharp tip knife, but it's going to resist that. It's more for cutting than it is for the poking. Although it does have some poke resistance, I can feel it through the material, and you'd have to poke pretty hard to get through it. But for just general use, if you're in the kitchen or whatever, these will work out real great. Now I have a Coleman knife here. It's not super sharp, but it's sharp enough that I wouldn't want to run this over my bare hand because I know I would cut myself. And it's got a fairly sharp point on it as well, as you can see. Now this, if you're squeamish, you might not want to watch this just in case this does go through the glove. It hasn't in my testing so far, but you never know. So the poke portion works pretty good. I can jab this in pretty good here and not go through the glove. So right now I'm jabbing on this point and I'm hitting it pretty hard, and it's not going through this material, and it's really not even breaking up the material. So that's good as far as the poking goes. As far as the cutting goes, this thing is excellent. I can pretty much put as much pressure as I want on this and it will not cut the material. I'm putting a lot of pressure on this right now and it is not going through that material at all. So it does an excellent job. I can grab the blade and squeeze it as hard as I can possibly squeeze it and even pull it out, and no cuts whatsoever. Same with the fingers, no problems there at all. They did a really excellent job on that. And then the thing that I like, again, is if you're cutting, say, something this way, and you've got it on top here on your fingertips, so I can actually go over my fingernails right here, which will probably skeeve a lot of people out. But I can pretty much just cut down on my fingernails right here and not get any cuts in the material. As you can see, the material is untouched, and I can just slice away with a fairly sharp knife here. Now there's sharper knives out there. You know, I sharpen this one every once in a while, but this one is definitely sharp enough to do some damage. If I was to do this to my skin, I would be tearing my skin apart right now. So this is a really, really well-made glove. So if you're looking for something that you need to be cut resistant, you work in the kitchen a lot, or for your job, or even at home, you find yourself cutting yourself with sharp knives, you know, by accident when you're cooking or something like that, or if you do work with knives in any way, even if you do like work on cars and you've got, you know, you slip with the you know, the screwdriver or something like that, and you know, if it can withstand a tip like this, it will definitely withstand a screwdriver or something like that. Again, this is more for just the coverage. This is not cut resistant up here, so you'd be careful. Even though I can do it pretty hard on the back, I wouldn't test that over time. It does protect the back of your hand, and I can run it over without cutting it, but I'm only using about a quarter of the pressure that I can use on here, where I can go really crazy and just cut. So they did a great job on these. Again, these are the SQSM cut resistance glove. They're level 5 cut resistant EN388 standard, made of Dyneema, some sort of polyurethane spray on, it looks like. It does an excellent job at actually being cut resistant to sharp knives, as you just saw in my demonstration. So if you need some cut resistant gloves, put these on your short list. Again, you'll have the link in the description below. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. If you have any questions or comments about these gloves, leave them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll check you guys out on the next video.